Everyone might have heard the fact that Radha is incomplete without Lord Krishna and Krishna is incomplete without Radha. But have you ever wondered, when they both are incomplete without each other, why did not they get married to each other? Though Lord Krishna and Radha did not marry each other, they are still worshipped together by everyone. There are many couples who considered the love bond between Lord Krishna and Radha as their inspiration. The Radhe Krishna love story is eternal and sublime. It is a symbolic of the divine union between the Jivatma and Paramatma, the individual self and the universal self. Sri Krishna is the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He is the Lord who gave us his divine knowledge in the form of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. He is the Lord who came to earth and did many miraculous and divine things for the sake of people. Unlike Ram, he knew in his human form that he is the Lord of this universe. Krishna was a cowboy, a mischievous village kid during his childhood. He used to play the flute during his free time. The tune of the flute was so sweet that it created a trance-like state and hypnotized the listeners towards it. Radha was the biggest fan and the admirer of the flute of Krishna. Whenever Krishna played the flute, Radha comes running towards it. She became so devoted to Krishna that she became the part of Krishna, and Krishna became part of her. She used to dance to the tune of Krishna's flute, which is often known as Ras Leela. At some places, it is also said that this love was so pure that it was the prime example of Bhakti Yoga, and she became the biggest devotee of Lord Krishna, and this love was the divine love between the Lord and her biggest devotee, the love between Bhakt and Bhagavan. One day, Krishna went to Yashoda and conveyed to her that he wants to marry Radha. But Yashoda refused it, saying that she is 5 years older than him and she is already engaged to some man who works in the army of King Kamsa. But Krishna was consistent in his words. Later, Nandaraj came home and got to know about the ongoing debate. He too tried to explain Krishna, but he was persistent in his decision. Then Nandaraj took him to his guru Gargacharya and Sandipni. Guru Gargacharya tried to explain to him too that it was not his life's goal and he is destined to be savior of this planet and protector of dharma. But Krishna refused it by saying that he does not want to become the protector of dharma or savior of the planet. He just wants a simple life where he can marry Radha and live happily cow gazing. He loves the mountains, trees, cows, peoples of Vrindavan and does not want to leave them. Then Gargacharya realized that it is the time that Krishna should know the destiny of his life and why he has taken birth on this planet. He told the prediction which was told to him by Devarshi Narada. He said to him that Yashoda and Nand are not his real parents. He also told him about who he is and what is his life's motives and goals. Krishna was a devoted person to his friends, people and family. After knowing the truth about himself, he became devastated and silently stood up and walked towards Govardhan mountain. He stood at the peak of the mountain and looked towards the sky and the setting sun. It was the time when he felt some energy entering in his body. At that time, he got to know about him being a god and his purpose of this incarnation. He stood there for a couple of hours and felt the ongoing change inside of him. When he came down the mountain, he was totally a changed person. The naughty and mischievous cowboy was left behind. He was feeling an abode of tranquility inside of him. His mind was completely blissful. When he came down, everyone was bowing down to him in respect. Even his friends with whom he used to play and cow gaze. Everyone who was watching to him bowed their head down in respect to him. Krishna knew that his life of living in Vrindavan is over, and now he has to go from here. But before going, he organized a Ras Leela with all the people. He wanted to dance with all the people of Vrindavan for one last time. Krishna fiercely danced, sang, played the flute for the one last time in the Ras Leela. Everyone knew that he is going from Vrindavan. Radha was locked in ecstasy during that time and was way ahead of the common barrier of the feelings. She was so blissful that she became unaffected by whatever was happening around her. Radhe just walked herself into such a frenzy of ecstasy and bliss within herself. It didn't matter to her. She just transcended the normal limitations of emotion and became so ecstatic and wild-eyed that nothing mattered to her. So Krishna knew of how Radhe was feeling at that time. He went to her and took her in his arms. He took out the flute from his waistband and gave it over to her and said, "Oh Radhe, this flute is only for you. I used to play this flute only for you and will never play it again." After saying this, Krishna left Vrindavan. From that day onwards, Krishna never again played the flute in his lifetime and never returned to Vrindavan. So viewers, hope you enjoyed today's story. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you.